There we go.
Damn, don't even need the slowdown button.
Yeah. There we go.
Very good. You're pretty good at this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually pretty surprised.
The nameplates on mine and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched? That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's. So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room. Then, if someone did do or what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room, where Sayaka was. Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates wouldn't be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
What, right. Okay. Then who did it? There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Me and Saiko were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her notes.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the readers to check the nameplates. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates would have been switched. But why would she switch them in the first place? She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What? Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you switch rooms? Why would anyone do that?
Why, Joe? Are you seeing the full picture now? Are you seeing the full picture now? What's going on?
She's trying to kill Makoto.
You're trying to kill Makoto?
Maybe.
Okay.
Isn't that what I said from the beginning?
She's trying to kill Makoto. Okay, alright. Okay.
I knew she
alright,
was sus.
Alright.
I knew she was sus. I knew there was something suspicious about her.
Okay, you guys heard it here first. She was trying to kill Makoto. Okay, alright. That's your theory. Alright, let's see if that's correct. We first need to understand what happened after she invited the person in the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
Yeah, no. We still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot. Sayaka fought her with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle. Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right? That reminds me, there was a replica sword at the murder scene. Perhaps used during the fight.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Saika suggested I hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist. How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist? The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
Top button. Yeah, there we go. これだ!
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there is something glittery there. See? Is that gold? It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because... I got in! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws even closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery! What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear.
There's a bit more to learn about Non-Stop Debates. Would you like to hear more?
Abso-fucking-lutely!
Make your argument. Replica sword sheath. Kitchen set. Replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. That's when the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist. So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it. And that's exactly what happened. The person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
What is this argument about? Do you know?
No.
Let's establish that first. Hold on, let's go back to like each statement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have plenty of time, so we're good. So, right here, when the fighting broke out, right?
Yeah.
So, the fighting breaks out.
Yeah.
Right? The culprit grabbed the sword.
Yeah.
Culprit grabbed the golden sword.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when the first blow was dealt. So, the first blow was the golden sword.
On her wrist.
Yes. Is what they're trying to say.
On her wrist, okay. On her wrist. Sword-based.
A sword-based sneak attack. Sword-based sneak attack. So, just imagine, right? They got the sword.
Wait, isn't that wrong? Because the sword has a mark on it. The slash.
You want to try hitting it?
Yeah, I don't
So
care.
that, wait, what part of the sword had the slash, do you remember?
The sheath.
The sheath. Okay, so like, if we refute the sheath with the sword-based sneak attack, with that,
Yeah.
let's see if that works, okay?
Okay.
Right, well,
I want to see if that works.
it's okay, well, okay. Press start and then hold RB immediately, okay? Oh, just made it. Alright, very good, Joe.
Oh, so we got it right.
You got it right, yeah.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword. Huh? Why not? Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene. Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell is going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit. Just like my brain.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged? Just like Mondo's brain's damaged.
If they get attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grab the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword. Did you get that? Because we kind of like switched shifts.
Yeah, I get it.
They use the sheath as a defensive impulse.
Yeah, like...
And they block the knife attack.
Block the knife attack.
Okay, alright. Carry on.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one to attack first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out! The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere! Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening! So she grabbed the sword to defend herself! But then the culprit took that from her too! Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it!
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it?
Her stomach!
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword. So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword! But hold on! If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was!
Who was it? Do you see the full picture of this? Do you see the full picture of this?
Oh, I don't know who it is.
Are you sure? Really?
The one who damaged the sheath would had to have been the one without the sword. Sayaka. Oh, she was trying to kill someone, but that person killed her. But who was she trying to kill?
But we already said that the attack started with... The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used in impromptu defense.
Then the one you attacked first was...
Sayaka? Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't the blameless victim in this. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you to switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying, and by committing the murder there instead of her own room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swapped a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away. So that's why she switched the names?
Well, doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Knight, you would just tell everyone they'd switch rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure soft-wed simp Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked the simp Makoto to switch rooms. I'm not a simp! Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. And Makoto's the ultimate simp. A totally forgettable kid or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe? Ugh.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit! But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with a knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder. Just hold on, that can't be true. Simping still.
Still
Oh my,
simping.
still simping. Because she's trying to kill Makoto.
You're trying to kill Makoto?
Maybe.
Okay.
Isn't that what I said from the beginning?
She's trying to kill Makoto. Okay, alright. Okay.
I knew
Jeez,
she
alright,
was
that's
sus.
alright.
I knew she was sus. I knew there was something suspicious about her.
Okay, you guys heard it here first. She was trying to kill Makoto. Okay, alright. That's your theory. Alright, let's see if that's
Maybe.
correct. She wasn't trying to kill Makoto. That wasn't her intention. She wanted to kill someone else so she could pin it on Makoto. That was her intention all along. Yeah.
Is that actually what it was, or is that
That's what it was
they're
established.
saying?
Yeah, that's what it was
That's what they're
established.
saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what it was
okay.
established. Yeah. So Joe, you're almost there. You're like, oh, she was trying to kill us. She was trying to kill us.
I knew
She wasn't trying to
sus
kill
the
us.
whole time.
It was actually more cruel than that. She was trying to like kill someone, then pin it on you because she knew that Makoto was a simp.
Damn.
Yeah.
So she's a bitch.
Maybe. Yeah. Pretty much.
Hey, you guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah. We gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If you can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. What?
Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right? Let's review all the clues. Oh, well, let's review all the clues we found up to this point. Oh, they can't read what these are.
Do you really have time for all of that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
There's still one clue left. I'm sure of it. Sayaka left it on the wall she was leaning up against.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden there somewhere. What was your theory on this?
Leon backwards.
Leon backwards? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's true. Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask. Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it? Oh my god, Celeste.
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message. I see! She broke her right wrist during the fight! So she'd have to use her left hand to write! Oh, that rhymes again! I like to rhyme!
He's a rapper.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it, but still. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Hiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all the numbers and shit. No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers. Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... Look at the numbers assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two 11 look like two numbers and more like one letter? Ah, right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 11, but... Looking at it now, you can also read it as an N.
Whoa! You might finally just say something worth of shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Is that a reference? Gray cells? What?
But even if that really isn't in, N037 doesn't make any more sense than before. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something. Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name. Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it?
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. You turn her message 180 degrees. It should become crystal clear.
Who is it, Joe? Whose name is it?
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. You turn the message around. It becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
No!
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote the message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer. You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of.
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right? As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
Wait, this is my line. I don't know why.
Oh,
To dispose of, I was just listening too. That was weird. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator. But one piece burned off and got left behind. And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right? Leon?
What? But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Yeah, that's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. He's getting mad defensive. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to. You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
What about you, Joe?
I think it is Leon. I thought it was him from the start.
The burnt oh, sorry. Yeah, that's yours.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. Not where, it's in the incinerator. If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Ah, shit, this again. The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
There absolutely was a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby. How do I?
There's only one evidence here, right? It's the crystal
Yeah, I
ball.
know. I'm just trying to look at it again.
Wait, pause for a sec. Do you know why that worked?
Yeah, because the glass shards were in front of the incinerator, right? The shattered crystal ball.
Yes, it was, but that doesn't really explain what happened. It wasn't. Why was it in front of it?
Because whoever got the thing open had the crystal ball. I don't know.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? Because I'm trying to paint a picture, right? And what I was trying to say with like the Makoto statement at the very end, he was trying to open up the conversation of how the incinerator was turned on.
Yeah.
Right? Do you remember the setup of the incinerator? How do you turn on the incinerator?
That I don't remember.
It was the buttons.
Yeah, the
But
button.
there was the green button and like I think it was the orange button.
Yeah.
You press the green button once, it turns on the incinerator.
Oh, okay.
You press the orange button and then it's gonna turn off the incinerator. That was a setup, right?
Oh, okay.
And then in front of the incinerator there was a gate, so there's no way to get close to the incinerator. That's why when you shot Toko, you got it wrong, because she was saying that no one could have gone close to the incinerator. That was her statement, and that's true. You can't. So this culprit didn't get close to the incinerator, yet somehow managed to turn the incinerator on. So how do you think the shattered glass relates with...
Oh, he threw the glass ball at the button.
He threw the glass ball. He threw the glass ball at the button.
At the button, yeah.
So then
turn the incinerator.
why is that Leon? That's the golden question. Why is that? Why does that make Leon the culprit? Think about it. Think about it. This is my favorite part of this trial. Think about it. Why is it Leon? Just put that in the back of your head, okay?
Yeah.
Just put that in the back of your head, because they're gonna reveal it very, very soon.
Okay.
Because you're pretty much on the money. You're pretty much on the money. You just put like, why does that make? Because like, why didn't someone else though, right? Why is it? Why is it had to be Leon? Think about that, okay, Joe?
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
I'm so geeky right now.
You can't investigate. You couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you? Yes, you could. If you use this.
What is it? Some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell, like my brain.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but he had to use the bathroom before.
Are you kidding me? We just started again.
I know.
Joe. But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the crystal ball in a certain way, which was... Sure
We talked about that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let's throw it.
Divine with it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw the gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here.
Do you remember this scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was a work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in. Hey, come on. What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly. True.
Wait, no. Just hold on.
But the distance from the gate of the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that? Stop. I'm gonna give you one last chance. Yeah, remember they established that, like,
yeah,
it's totally not plausible. So why does that make Leon the culprit?
He's a baseball player.
Exactly, he's the ultimate baseball player. That's why
baseball player. Yeah.
That's why he was able to do it. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, really? It's my favorite part.
That's right. There'd be no way. It'd be impossible.
Oh man.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is. It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because ultimate baseball.
Yeah, I wanted you to get this before this came up because it would have been way too obvious.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon? Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be a little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn for brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you. Getting mad defensive.
You still don't want to admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this? Say what you want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events of the case.
Yeah, I chose the wrong one here.
What?
It's not immediately obvious. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. That's reenact now. Yeah, reenact. Yeah.
During the straw bullet strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator's switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes I object. Of course I do. I object, I object, I object. I mean, all of this is a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? About evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is a good time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been? I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Oh, how do I do this?
Y? Now press Y. There we go. Now press Y. Y. There we go. Good. See, you're locking onto the quotes. Now you press Y.
What the hell?
Yeah, keep going. It's fine. It's fine. A, Y, Y. There we go. A. You're good? Y. There we go. Final strike. Press Y. Y. Do you see what you threw at him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I guess that's hard. The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what we used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used. That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room! They thought they were inside Aka's room!
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use? Stupid, stupid, stupid! It had to be their very own toolkit. Stupid, 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 stupid! Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used. Stupid, stupid, huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why. And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal? Then it would seem we are finished here.
So it really was him, huh?
Alright, congrats Joe, that was the first class trial. You've survived.
Oh,
yeah, you survived, man. 78 mono coins, yeah. Could use that for presents later.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then, are you ready to cast our votes? You'll have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay then, let's get excited! Who will be the chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice, or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh-ho! Looks like you got it right on the money! The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Huh? Hold on a second. Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed. So that's why I killed her first. None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this. I was just unlucky. That's all.
Grr.
Hey, come on. You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me.
Oh my god.
But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. Oh my god. Still simping.
Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Well, wait a second. I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong? You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
No, that's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone else, were you not? You killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand, simp?
I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
Ah!
So, ah?
If it weren't for you, This never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuates war all over the world. Is that kind of justice that's awakened within you, Makoto, you little simp boy?
Just shut up!
Okay, simp. Well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you. Please, don't do this!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star. Whoop, 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 whoop.
No, 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 no!
Let's get everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No! What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Yeah. Man, fuck you. Why the fuck
fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or, in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear? So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free to the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What are you trying to say?
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Yeah.
And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
You're a simp.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it?
I'm surprised you figured it out. I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of your decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you.
She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
What?
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message.
Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It's almost ironic when you think about it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go.
So, instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you.
As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
By the way, I have to admit it, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk about Sayaka?
Oh, well... I'm psychic.
Huh?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition.
Chapter 1. To survive. The end. Surviving students 12.